Marriage is beautiful, marriage is amazing, and it's such a privilege to have somebody to spend your life together with, someone to share your joy and your pains and just journey this life together with. And do you know one of the things that can ruin your marriage is betrayal? Yes, betrayal. And one of the leading causes of betrayal is hiding from your partner what you should have told them before getting married to them. I believe if you want to spend your forever with someone, there are some things you should not hide from them. I know it's tempting to want to hide some things from the person you want to marry because you're afraid that, oh, what if this person doesn't take it well? What if they break up with me and all of that? But if they find out, you are going to lose that very person you are trying to keep. So there are some things I think you should never hide from someone you want to marry, and here are 7 of them. Number 1 is your financial situation. Tell them, what is your financial situation? What is your finances like? Are you in debt? Is there a huge debt you have to settle? Are you owing someone? Do you have student loans? What is your financial situation like? Because yes, marriage is beautiful. You are in love. You can't wait to spend forever together. But they say there's no romance without finance. Better believe me. Marriage is work and marriage is money. You have to pay bills. There are bills to be paid. There are plans to be made. Maybe you want to buy a house together. You want to start a business together, or your partner wants to start a business. Money matters when it comes to marriage. So what is your financial situation like? How much do you earn? Your income, what is your income like? And your spending habits. Are you the kind of person who loves to spend more than they save? So for someone like me, even though I didn't have any debt when we got married, I was a terrible saver. My husband is a better saver, and he would encourage me to save. Boy, oh boy, I saved. I started saving. At a point, I was saving because I wanted to impress him. Like, oh, babe, see how much I've saved this month. What is your financial situation like? Are you owing someone? Do you have some debt to settle? Do you have poor saving habits? Or you are more of a saver? You save and save to the point that you don't even feed. You know, there are people like that. They have this fear of poverty, so they end up saving and saving and saving and not enjoying life. So you need to talk about what your financial situation is like, especially if you have a debt to settle, because it doesn't make sense for you to get into marriage and you realize that, oh, my husband is owing this amount of money. Oh, my wife is owing this amount of money. There is no way this will not cause a strain in your marriage. So talk about it. Talk about your financial situation. Number 2, past trauma and abuse. Let me tell you, we see someone we like, and all we see is, oh, this person is handsome, this person is beautiful, I would like to spend the rest of my life with this person and all of that. But the person you are seeing has had a lot of experiences, and not all of those experiences are good. So you need to share your past trauma. It could be from childhood, so that your partner will be able to understand why you behave the way you do and where you are coming from. There are some people who were abandoned as children, who suffer from abandonment. So if you have a partner who is possessive and gets jealous easily, that is not normal. Maybe that person has been abandoned. Maybe that person was abandoned as a child, right? So if you do not understand this, how would you know how to relate with your partner? Very common example of abuse is sexual abuse. If you were molested as a child, or maybe as a teenager, or as an adult, you're not sharing all of this information to gain pity. No, you are doing this so they can understand where you're coming from and know how to relate with you. And most importantly, so they can know your emotional triggers, so they know what triggers you. Imagine not sharing all of this information and you are acting in some kind of ways and they're wondering what's wrong with this person. It's because of the things you have not shared with them. So if you have any past trauma, share them with your partner before you get married, so they know what they are walking into and how they can help you. Third one is addictions and bad habits. I don't think it's fair for you to get married to someone without telling them what you are struggling with, the addictions that you have, the addictions you are struggling with. It's not fair for you to get married to someone and not tell them that, oh, I have this addiction. Could be substance abuse, maybe pornography or alcohol. What are you struggling with? It is not fair. It is not fair. Imagine if someone does that to you. Don't wait until you lock someone down before you share with them the addictions you are struggling with, so they can help you. I know you might think that, oh, who would want to marry me if I tell them that I struggle with pornography or substances or alcohol? They wouldn't want to marry. Nobody wants to marry. No, that's not true. Somebody who really wants to marry you will marry you, because if you hide that information and think that, oh, we'll settle when we get married. No, they have every right to walk away from you because you did not share your struggles with them. You are sharing with them so they can know what they are walking into and how they can help you. Right? Imagine getting into marriage and realizing that the person you are married to is struggling with drug addiction or struggling with pornography and any other addiction. I don't think that would be fair, and you would not want anyone to do that to you. So I think it is extremely important to share your addictions with somebody you want to marry. If they really want to marry you, they will marry you. That information will not change their decision. If you share your addictions with them and they say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't sign up for this. This is not what I want to deal with. Then at least you know your conscience will be clear, and there's nothing as good as a clear conscience. Fourth one is health issues. I've seen people who got married to their spouses knowing fully well their medical conditions. I've seen people who got married to their spouses knowing fully well that they are HIV positive. They were HIV negative, but they married somebody who was positive. I'm telling you. And some other illnesses like that. See, if somebody loves you, they will marry you. No matter what you carry, they would marry you. But you hiding that information from them and thinking that, oh, I don't want to lose this person, you will eventually lose them. I just finished reading a story on Facebook about a man who got married to a woman, not knowing that this woman suffered from epilepsy, and she hid this information from him for years, until one day this woman traveled to another state and went for a brain surgery to cure the epilepsy, and she died on the operating table. And this man was so devastated that, how could you hide this thing from me? How could you hide this? How could you hide this kind of information from me? I don't think it's fair. If there's any medical condition you are battling with, I think it is fair for you to let your partner know, so that they would know how to help you. If, for instance, you have diabetes, your partner can help you with your meal plan. They would know that, okay, there are some things you can't eat. There are some things there are foods that will help you manage your health better. It's just for them to help you. And if they say, you know what, I cannot deal with this, then you let them go. Another person, one man's food is another man's food. Another person would marry you. So whatever health conditions you have, might be chronic illnesses, infertility, mental health issues, share with the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. If they find out that you've been lying to them, or lying by omission, you're going to lose them eventually. The fifth point is your belief systems and your values. Our values and our belief system influence the way we think and the way we act. So what are your belief systems? What are the things you believe in? What are the things you hold in high esteem? For instance, when it comes to family, what is your belief? Like some people want to have a large family, like have 6 or more kids. Why some? I don't want to have any children. I don't want to have kids. For instance, you're dating somebody who wants a large family and you don't want kids. What do you think hiding that information from them would lead to? No, there's going to be problems. So that's why you need to search for somebody who has similar values as you. Then you can reach a compromise. You know what? I don't want a large family. I want kids, but not as many as 6. When my husband and I were having our premarital counseling, he told us that his wife wanted many kids, like 3 kids. He wanted just 1 because he came from a large family, and they were able to come to a compromise. Okay, you want 3, I want 1. So let's reach a compromise. Then we have 2. Now they have 2 kids. For me, as a teenager, I wanted to have 8 kids. I didn't know what I was thinking. I wanted to have 8 kids because I loved the idea of a large family. But now that I'm married with kids, I have 2. As much as I want more, like 2 more, I can't imagine putting myself through the process of pregnancy and childbirth again, because you know how these things are, right? Well, thank God my husband is just okay, right? So if you know you don't want kids and you're dating somebody who wants to have a large family, you're going to have problems. You're going to have big problems. And when it comes to faith, what is your faith like? For instance, you're a Christian and you like, you know what, I cannot compromise on that. I must marry a Christian like me. We must attend the same church, because there are some people who are Christians, but they believe you can go to your church, I'll go to my church. We don't have to attend the same church. Why there are some people, it is compulsory. We must attend the same church as a family. Why some people don't even care about faith? If you like practice, if you like don't practice, as long as I love you, we are going to be fine. So what is your belief system like? Make sure you communicate your values and your belief systems to the person you want to marry, so that they will know what is important to you and what they can never tolerate. Number 6, children from the past. If you have any child from the past, if you have any child before you met your partner, make sure you tell them. It is not fair to hide that piece of information from them. And this is a common occurrence. In fact, there is one story going viral right now about a man who brought his daughter from Nigeria, who brought his daughter from Africa to the US, and introduced the girl to his wife as his niece. The wife eventually found that, and of course, casala burst. So if you have any child from the past, tell them, like Yoruba would say, having a child is not a disease. You know, children are a blessing, and if for one reason or the other you have one out of wedlock, let your partner know. It is not fair. It is extremely unfair for you to have a child somewhere, for you to have a child and not tell the person you want to marry that, see, I have a child. Because no matter how much you hide this information, it will get out, and you will lose this person you are trying to keep by hiding things from them. And the last but not the least is your deal breakers. Deal breakers are things you can never tolerate. What are those things that you know that if you do this, it is over? For some people, it's cheating. Some people, it's lying. Some people, everybody has different deal breakers. So what are your deal breakers? Some people is, I cannot suffer. If you don't have any money anymore, then that's the end of this marriage. I don't think that's fair anyway. But what I'm trying to say is that people have their different deal breakers. So what are your deal breakers? What are the things that if you do this to me, there is no going forward, there is no moving forward, that will be the end of the road for us? Communicate your deal breakers to the person you want to marry, so they know how to navigate themselves around you. And yeah, so these are the 7 things I believe that you should never hide from the person you want to marry. Otherwise, you will break their trust. A relationship without trust is like a car with flat tires. It will get nowhere. So I wish you all the very best.